looking ahead in anticipation to tonight as nightfall approaches in a couple of hours. As Wolf just said, a big factor in that dynamic is going to be the release a short time ago of this dramatic new video recorded by the wife of Keith Lamont Scott.
He has no weapon.
The graphic cell phone video, which until today had not been shown to the police or the public, shows parts of the confrontation between Keith Scott and Charlotte police.
Don't shoot him. He didn't do anything. He doesn't have a gun.
Scott's wife begins recording police before her husband is shot. Throughout, she can be heard imploring police not to fire.
Don't shoot him.
She tells officers her husband suffers from a traumatic brain injury, or TBI, and may be confused.
He has a TBI.
The shouting between officers and Scott's wife is laced with profanity, as officers repeatedly tell her husband to exit his white vehicle, ordering him to drop a gun.
Keith, don't do it.
Scott's wife also begs him to get out.
Keith, get out the car.
Scott can be seen getting out of the car. Then officers open fire.
Did you shoot him?
The video only offers a limited view of what happened and no explanation why.
He didn't do nothing to them.
Officers wearing bulletproof vests can be seen shielding themselves behind other cars. But attorneys for Scott's family say the video, and at least 2 videos from police cameras which have not been released, do not show Scott threatening the officers.
He steps out of his vehicle, doesn't appear to be acting aggressive whatsoever, is not making any quick moves, moving slowly. He doesn't appear to be arguing or yelling at law enforcement. His hands are down by his side.
Several frames of the video do appear to show Scott exiting the vehicle, but it's not clear if he moves toward police. Also unclear from the video whether there is anything in his hands. Police say they found a gun at the scene. This photo appears to show a gun lying on the ground. But Scott's family and some witnesses dispute that. They say Scott was not armed. Charlotte's police chief has said he believes Scott was holding a gun based on evidence and witness statements, but has said the police dashcam video, which he has refused to release, is not clear enough to show it.
I don't have any visual definitive evidence that I can show and I can see him actually holding and pointing a gun at an officer. The issue, though, is what I've seen is I'm not able to see the correct angle to see a weapon in his hand in the first place.
I know that much.
Family lawyers who have viewed the tapes say they also see no evidence of a weapon or of Scott raising a gun to police. And we have this breaking news just in. The gun that police say they recovered from the scene of Keith Scott's shooting was loaded. That's according to a source close to the investigation. That same source telling our colleague Jay Shaler that investigators recovered fingerprints, blood, and DNA from the weapon that matched up with Scott's. We have to caution you, though, this forensic evidence does not necessarily prove that